Well, I think they're going to start playing some music. This is a coffee house I stopped in Asheville. The cat down there.
Come along to the other side with me.
But now, I pray for a new year. I am going upward and passive. I am becoming who I am. Well, whether that is your perennial that shows its face in the garden, or a returning flower whose passion simply will not die, I walk with you. It is a walk of love. Every day I labor the path I have chose. And tonight, I wanted to praise each and every one of you with the obscurities of our shifting God. I believe a dandelion, a simple little dandelion, might be the fairest flower that earth ever gave. Not because they're common everywhere. You walk through your door, you might see them scattered on the street or in fields. But at one time, the dandelion was precious, and I hold you true to that. I want you to remember when you were a child and you handed your first dandelion to your mother. When you watched her and her expression changed, how she lifted, how she smiled. When we used to streak them the length of our arms with color, when we used to smear the yellow in the tip of our nose and smudge that butter all over our cheeks, the corners of our mouth moved upward. We had no frowns. We used to hold each other's hands. We used to dance playfully. We used to wrap them dandelions around each other's forehead and swear that crown. Boy, that crown was a crown of every child. So, I don't know anything that bright, that meek, that golden, and all the sun. So if you get lost on this journey, you find yourself grasping at straws, if you find yourself searching for answers, that is when you need to ask yourself more questions. Like, when did a dandelion become a weed? When did a tree become a nuisance? See, flowers, like all things in creation, all things in love, weren't just for you. They're not just for you and your sole proprietorship solely. They were for everyone. They're to be experienced at their fullest. They're not to be set apart, stuffed away, tucked in a jar, some glass vase, some white wall beside white walls and closed curtains where shadow breaks. Left to wilt and die when they age, discreetly if possible, but in their own existence, because now you deem them lesser. I think dandelions are fruitful. I think that they know, like we should know, that they can only thrive when they're firmly rooted, connected to the earth. It's a semblance of your heart. So if you ask me to explain that difference, I say, there is none. But here is my humor to you. A dandelion makes the sunflower cousin very jealous. Smaller, more humble seed, no shell, no heaviness. A butterfly could fly into that middle tiptoe all day with some sweet nectar on the tips of her feet, but never change much. And we all know certainly not the quality of that flower. By man, it still remains a weed. Ask me to love you, I do. Ask me to believe in you, I have never stopped. I come back, I return to you, because you are my bright yellow salvation that the entirety of this whole world is waiting for. I live, I grow. The irony is that I will prosper with or without you. But can I with you? I make wine with my flower and coffee with my root.
That makes life worth living. They make life worth living. agree. Less pain. Yeah, maybe we'll agree. Stop causing suffering. Maybe we don't lose. If we don't gain. Think about it.
Alright, so I just left that place. It was called HYPHEN. And I'm gonna remember the screen tree up here. I got probably about a half an hour walk back to the hotel. It is 21:54. It's almost 10 p.m. So that should get me back to the hotel around 10:30. That's pretty good. And it is cold. Well, that was interesting. I'd never been to one of those things before where they sit around and do that stuff. This is a unique place from the standpoint of, I'm sure every town has this type of thing. I just never really stumbled upon it before. So, I'm going to sign off and put my hands back in my coat and boogie on back. Cheers.